What's up guys, Shane here for Fugatech 3D Printing, and I've got a Christmas shirt on, so guess what it is? It's the Christmas special. Let's do it. Welcome back guys. So I've got assembled here in front of me a lot of different 3D prints that I've done. I have a 3D printer, you might have a 3D printer. Christmas is coming up, we're getting down to the deadline. We got 5 days of today. I hope to get this out today or tomorrow, but anyways, if you've got some last minute things you need to print for someone, I might have something here that would fit their need and something that they're into. Let's take a look at what I have. Very first thing right here is a nice Merry Christmas sign, and it's a really nice little thing. I hope you can see that. I zoomed out a little bit, so hopefully you can see part of the table here. But yeah, this came out really good. This took 10 hours to print. I did a little bit more infill simply because it prints flat and I wanted to make sure that the top layers are really nice. 4 bottom, 4 top layers, 2 perimeters, 20% infill. You probably could do 15 if you're doing rectilinear, but I like doing fast honeycomb. So yeah, this came out great. This is a nice little shelf thing to have. This is good. If you've know somebody that has a 3D printer, they probably are doing time lapses, or if they're not, they should be, and they'll get addicted to once they do. So I've had these for a long time. These are little GoPro extension arms. You don't have to use on a 3D printer. You can use it with any GoPro accessories because they are using the same 2 in and 3 for the base here. All you have to do is get a little nut to put in here if they already have it. Great, and it fits the GoPro. I believe that 1/4 inch, I believe, is what there actually is, but I'll put links down below so you can see what you actually need. But yeah, you can use a little GoPro screw here, add a nut there, lock it down. These are like captive holes, we'll call it, so it keeps the nut in there nice and tight. Same thing here. So this is a 200 millimeter. This is a 100 millimeter. So these are great to have for if you have a GoPro. This is one of my favorites. It sits on my desk, so I hope you can see this. This is a SD card, USB, and micro SD card holder, and I've put this in a Tinkercad. You can actually download this file. I'll put it down below. This actually is a generator. You can pick how many of each you want to have on there, and also depict how long it is. And I took it in Tinkercad, added my little Fugatech there. It's not terribly straight, but this was like one of the first things I ever made in Tinkercad. And it didn't come out too bad. I'd probably raise out the letters a little bit more to give them a little more definition, because it's probably really hard to see there. But anyways, this is a nice little print to give someone for a desk if they do a lot of things with SD cards or USB sticks, whatever it is. But it's a great little desk ornament to have for them to use. Speaking of ornaments, I got lots here. I found some great files on Thingiverse that had tons and tons of all things Star Wars. So some of them came out better than others. This one did not come out fantastic. Hope you can see it there. This is the X-Wing one. It's a little bit weak with a 0.4 nozzle. You would need something like a 0.2 nozzle probably in order to get this to print really well. But it came out not bad. You know, it's on the tree, so you can't see a ton of it, but it has the little hanger there. There's that one. There's a Y-Wing one. It's got the little hole up top there. Y-Wing one came out pretty good. You have to print these really slow, so I'll warn you now, simply because the first layers are so intricate. Well, all the layers are intricate, but your first layer is always the most important. So whatever your speed is, knock it down to like 50 or 40%, and then let it print, let it go really slow, and that way it will come out better. I had a little bit of lifting on 2 or 3 of the parts back here, but you can't really tell on the top layer, but this was also really nice. Got a few more here. So this one came out much bigger. Stormtroopers. So this was actually the better one than this one. This one had a lot of stringing for some reason on my G-Tech. So actually all of these except for this Darth Vader one here, I'll show you that one next, was printed on the G-Tech. But this one was a little bit stringy. I wasn't sure what was going on, so I swapped out the nozzle. We came out with this one. Again, it's got the nice hanger on the top, and it turned out much better, no stringing. I guess my nozzle's worn through, but all of these take about 2 hours. This one takes 3 hours, but the X-Wing and Y-Wing both took 2 hours to make. So again, you can print out a couple of those really quick. You have plenty of time for Christmas. And finally, we've got Darth Vader. So he also extremely intricate, even though it doesn't look like it, but each of the eyes are separate on that first layer. I did have actually 2 or 3 layer shifts on me on this one in the FT5. I don't know why, because all of my prints before and after this didn't have any, but anyways, this came out really nice. So if you've got a Darth Vader fan, this is great. I would throw this in a Tinkercad though and add on a little loop on the top so you're not looping through an eyeball, but it's all your choice, but I would modify this if I was you. If you have a traveler, I have here, I'm just going to block it out because it actually has my full address on it, even though you probably can't see it, but it's a little luggage tag here. So, yeah, you can't see it anyways. This came out okay. I was having issues with the G-Tech. It didn't come out perfect. One of my lower layers actually didn't really print well. But, I mean, if you need a luggage tag, come on, we're nerds. We have 3D printers. Just print them out. And if you lose it, print another one. It's really not that bad. You can do whatever infill you want on this. I did 2 perimeters, 15% infill, and did 3 top and 3 bottom. So it almost makes it solid because it's only like 12 or 13 layers. It's really not that many with a 0.2 nozzle. But this is a great if you have a traveler or someone likes to move places. Also with this, where I found this file, it was a whole collection of tags. If I can find it, I'll put it below. But they had gift tags, things to throw a gift card in. Like I said, these luggage tags, these don't have to be luggage tags. You can put whatever you want on them. It's a creator, customizer in Thingiverse, so you can type in whatever you want, and you can just make gift tags like this if you wanted to, like a little traveler gift tag. But this is really fun. So I didn't actually have any time to print out any Christmas cookie cutters. There are tons and tons of them on Thingiverse. They're super easy to print. I would do the first layer slow because some of the cookie cutters are a little more intricate than others. I did print out all these Paw Patrol ones for a birthday party, but we actually didn't end up using them. So when we do Christmas cookies this year, we might try these out. Some of the first layers are super duper intricate, or it's just because they're so thin, because they're cookie cutters, they're only 1 or 2 widths of your nozzle. So make sure you do them nice and slow. But I mean, these are great things to print out. These are great gifts to give for Christmas. You can add one of these onto kids' packages if you wanted to, on like a bow or something, and give them all a couple different ones or whatever their favorite one is. I have a whole collection of these that I've found. Several of them, if not actually almost all of them, needed to be remixed because the originator that created them was great at the design, but whenever they were done, they should have been run through NetFab. So I'm running them through NetFab and making a few other changes and scaling them up because the default ones are a little over an inch. These are almost 3 inches tall. I guess a little more than 3 inches tall. A little palm of my hand here. But they needed to be scaled up because, I mean, they were like bite-sized cookies, and try to decorate those. My wife loves to decorate cookies. I like to decorate cookies, so they need to be scaled up. But I'll have a collection to all of these. But these are great gifts, either to make cookies and give them out, or just to give out cookie cutters. Again, these are one-time use. Unless you print them really well, you could use more of a high-temp PLA so that they can be run through the dishwasher. But either way, 1 or 2 times, I really wouldn't use these much more than that because you'll get build-up thing in there and it'll get bacteria. So 1 or 2 times, that's about max for cookie cutters. All right, moving on to some decorations. So there's a pretty interesting tree out there. I forget the actual name of it, but it prints pretty well. I did have an issue with the FT5, so this is actually full height. So you can tell here there was not another, oh, this is about an inch, so probably another 3 or 4 inches that needed to be on top of this that actually didn't finish. All 3 of my prints failed. So here's one here, and here's one here. Looking back at my time lapses, it just didn't catch. It's not that I had under extrusion or a clog. For some reason, it just didn't catch that one layer. These are all single perimeter, 3 bottom, single perimeter, no infill. So they're super light, and you can hear some of the filament inside because it actually just kept putting it inside. But these, if you get it to finish, these are awesome looking. These are great decorations for your house. They're great gifts to somebody. You can actually poke a hole in the bottom, add some LEDs or an electric tea light if you wanted to. Don't use real flames. But again, here is the finished product. This was with Maker Geek's green or Atomic Green PLA, something like that. And this is with a older roll of Proto Paradigms red, and their red is very transparent. So this was actually really good to, if I throw a little LED in the bottom, this would light up really nice. And I also made this little ornament. So this one actually has several flavors that people have remixed. This one that I got actually prints a little square in the bottom that does 1 layer over it, so you can poke this through an LED like your Christmas light LEDs or regular Christmas lights, the small bulb ones, and you could just push this right onto it and it'll just hang off of the string. The hole needed to be a little bit bigger, I think, for at least the LED ones that I have. The ones behind me are LED, the ones I have up on my tree are the little bulbs. But anyways, it's really cool. I really wanted to scale this up and actually print a few to hang. I might do that this year or next year. I'm unsure. I think I need to just build up a few more transparent colors. So this red is actually Fun Flag PLA. And when it's printed one layer on its own, it's very transparent, which is surprising because the actual spool, which is right here, whoop, there, is not transparent at all. And with filaments like this one, it's almost orange looking. It looks really orange in the video actually. But this is actually red. Protoparadigm's red filament. So it's very strange the difference that you see when you only print filaments one layer versus multiple. But either way, this is a great little print. Again, you can scale this up as big as your printer goes. You can scale it down as small as your printer goes. You can add a little loop on the top in Tinkercad. It's very easy to manipulate and add a little loop on there. So you can make ornaments to hang like this. You can just make a bunch of toppers to sit around the house. Either way, do what you want. These are fun little prints. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I kind of just want to do a quick thing here just to show you, if you kind of stumped on what to make for Christmas. I hope it gave you some ideas. Clearly I'm a Star Wars nerd because all the ornaments I printed are Star Wars based. But anyways, if you go into Thingiverse, just search ornaments or Christmas ornaments, whatever, anything you can think of, you're going to come up with something that's quick and easy to print. Again, this was the longest print at 10 hours. A single perimeter of the big tree was about 8 hours, I believe. Everything else was under about 2 to 3 hours. So if you needed to print out a few gifts, or if you have a party coming up with some type of white elephant gift exchange, you can always print something like this to give out. They're great to do. They're easy to do. So don't tell me that you're stuck and you don't have any ideas. I gave you some right here. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I hope you found it helpful to give you some ideas for Christmas time. If you did like the video, give it a like. If you didn't, hit that dislike button. Leave me a comment down below what I can do better. You can always subscribe down below, hit the bell icon to get an email anytime I upload new content. You can support my channel in many ways. First one being Patreon. Links are down below. Leave me $1 or more. Greatly appreciate it. All my current Patreons, thank you very much for your love and support. I have affiliate links down there for Amazon Maker Geeks. So finish up your Christmas shopping with those, or just do your everyday shopping. I've already started getting a few things in with some of the money that I'm making off of my Amazon affiliate links. So thank you guys for using those. I greatly appreciate it. And everyone, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and as always, happy printing.